Today I have a piece from Atowak watches. Firstly, this is how it comes. It's packaged in a very nice stitched leather box with the company's name at the top, and finishing is really sublime. The graining and the color tone of the leather is really nice, and it's a vintage style that looks aged. So the watch with me I have today is from one of the earliest collections known as the Windows Pro. Comes with a warranty card and instruction booklet which explains some of their pieces and how do you read the time, the instructions for setting it. Today I've got the piece in rose gold, still sealed, brand new. Opening it up for the first time. The Windows Pro, it has its serial number, Atowak. And let's go ahead and take the wrapping out. Finished very sublimely in rose gold, and it says Windows on the side. It's like a rectangular or a square case shape, and some very nice crown guards for the crown. Immediately looking at this piece, what does it bring to mind? The inspiration actually is behind old cassette recorders, old radios from the 70s, in which, if you know the AM and FM radio, to tune the radio station, it's giving off that similar feel. Ours are here. This little pin points the hour. This one that is rotating in the middle for the seconds, and this is the minutes from 0 to 60. The basic specs. It's a 42 mm case, and it has a case thickness of 13 mm with the words Windows engraved into the side, and on the other side just the crown guards and the crown which has the company's logo for Atowak. The case is made in 316 stainless steel leather. It has 3-layer colored bezel. So you see the layerings. The dial is actually comprising of 7 different layers. So it's an extremely complex and complicated dial. You can see one layer here, one over here at the top. Beneath this were the hands that tell the hour, and then this hand that moves across this semicircle which shows you the minutes, and you can see the 3D depth and finishing of the dial. And it's an automatic, and it has its own code number over there. Move on to the back. Very nicely finished with a custom design on the rotor wheel. It's rocking a Miyota 82S0 movement with 42 hours power reserve and a see-through case back which shows a custom design on the rotor wheel and the company's logo here. So it has a sapphire glass, stainless steel, and this right here is number 205 out of 500. And it's fitted with a very vintage styled leather band with very nice stitching and some little puffs here that almost gives it a vintage race style. Again, fine, genuine leather with a buckle that signs off the company's name in matching rose gold. So personally for me, I'm a huge fan of the dial. Amazing how they have managed to incorporate 7 layers on this dial, and it looks very clean, very well executed, and the level of detailing is no easy feat. It looks more refined than from a company that you would think it's relatively new, but they've been churning out really out of this world pieces, and their newer pieces only get better and better. And the case actually is sandwich structure with 2 foil layer bezel. So one is actually a bright aluminium and the other is steel. So the bezel is loaded up with really nice and cool vivid super luminova. So this design, this finishing makes this piece really very unique and stand out from many other pieces. One as well has been modified to fit this piece and to make it work. The seconds, which are in a wheel that is rotating, the minute hands, which goes this way, and not really a hand but the marker for the minute which goes across, and you have the very faint pin over here showing you the time in the hours. Let's attempt to capture all the details as we move and set the time. So here we go. For me, this piece is right up my alley. A quirky, unusual design, a novel way of telling the time, something different from all the other watches that we are very used to. Unique conversation starter. Finishing is really refined. I mean, look at the finishing, it's almost spotless. There are no flaws, no marks, no scratches, and it's polished nicely, smoothly with no scratches. And why I say this is because I've recently had a watch from a very notable company who sent me a piece and it was disappointing. The finishing was lackluster. The loom on the hands were uneven and there was incomplete loom on the hands. So you could see it with your naked eye, just so much of defects. And for a company like Atowak, which is not as well known or established as other brands, they've given really great products, finely finished, and what you pay for is really getting you your money's worth, and it's very well done. I mean, looking from even just the detailing of the strap, the finishing, the way it was sealed, the packaging, the box. I mean, Atowak has got it right from the start, and they've had so many happy customers, and I'm very happy as well to be able to have 3 pieces from Atowak, each from all different series. Let's see how it fits on the wrist. The Windows Pro from Atowak watches in rose gold, immaculately finished. Great piece, conversation starter.